Hello and welcome to episode 5 of our Eduz-Vacyn campaign. In the last episode, we were able to do a couple of things. Number one, we went to war Saron, and we took a decent chunk of land out of them. We took their capital state for ourselves, and we also managed to snag their gold mine, which I very much like, because money is good. We also were able to go to war with Zaka, and we have left Zaka as an OPM because we did not have the war score cost to take it, which means they're now an OPM with 2 vassals that are very, very, very disloyal. They will declare their independence at some point. I don't really care. Some people in the comments did mention that I could have full annexed Zaka, and if I had, then I could have gotten 2 free vassals, but I don't really want Kogzala or Kagrafa as vassals. They're both in Bulwar. I'd rather own it myself, and on top of that, they're the wrong religion, and they're monstrous. So they would never really be loyal, and I don't think it's worth keeping them around for that. For our current plans, we just got out of a war with Saron, and we are immediately going to go to war with Muin, because Muin is going to border the old Raj. The Raj has itself fallen. They only have 16,000 troops, and I think we can thrash them in a war, and we will once we get a claim. But I want to make sure that they cannot take more land up here, because that just means more war score that I have to take off of them to control Bulwar myself, and I don't want that. Now, if I look at our overextension here, we do have a decent amount that we don't have enough for. I mean, we can just hope that we get an event that gets admin. Otherwise, we're just gonna have to kind of wait. Now, our Kastra is 57. I'm hoping they die soon. We really need a good Diplo skill leader, and I'm gonna focus Diplo because one of our early missions is going to require doing a bunch of Diplo dev and having a workshop in a bunch of provinces here. So we need to make sure that we're ready for that. That's gonna cost a lot, like a lot. So hopefully soon that will be all good and dandy. I can upgrade the center of trade in Saron. Let's go ahead and do that. And I can seize land. Some of the diet. What do you all want? Overextension less than 1. You want me to go to war with Irlium? I don't really want to do that. You want me to develop my capital or autonomy? We can do the overextension less than 1. Eventually. Eventually. And that will be true. Okay, go ahead and seize, just so we can try and get up over 30 crown land here at some point. Alright, we see Mulin's troops right now. They are currently moving into Verkogulan, who I am planning on releasing as a vassal, because I am not a dwarf, and I do not want to diggy hole. It is not my place to diggy hole, and unlike the AI in this game, I understand that perhaps if I cannot dig the holes, there's no real reason for me to go into the serpent spine. It's not really all that worth it for me to do so. So yeah, I simply will not. I know, a crazy thought. What if I simply didn't do it? That's my plan. Grand plan. I know, very detailed. I don't want to colonize it. I don't want to develop it. So just let a vassal do it. Now the downside is that, oh nice, this is the event I was hoping for. Is the one that allows us to switch out our points. Now, we do need Miltech soon. Miltech 7 is pretty important, but I don't want to be too overextended. So I'm actually going to go ahead and take these admin points and make sure that I can core everything up. Elven migrants? Sure, elves can move around however they wish in our country. It's fine. They are the chosen, after all. I'm going to get back and go with those rebels. Now, we are building a spy network on the Raj right now. Technically, he's not the Raj anymore, but I'm going to keep calling him the Raj just because that's what I always called the Henjin Raj, because they start off as the Raj. But technically, it is just Denijan Raj at the moment, not the Raj. Because the Harimari has fallen in this timeline. A rather good timeline, if you ask me. Someone who is not a Harimari, that's a good thing for the most part. Yeah, definitely benefits us. Now, do I have a missionary strength guy here? Because... okay, so these are almost done. Because I do want to start converting things. But I don't want to... so someone did mention in the comments about the auto-converter. I like the auto-converter being added. What I don't like about it is that it will start to convert things that have not been cored yet. And a lot of times, I'm kind of, you know, pushing... like really needing things to be cored very quickly, and that can't really happen if they're being converted automatically. So a lot of times I just leave it off, even though I'm fully aware it is very good and it is very nice quality of life thing to own, but I wish that it was just a little bit different and that it didn't auto-convert provinces that have not been cored yet. Or maybe there was like a button that allowed you to do that, because sometimes, very, very, very rarely, you do want to convert a province before you core it, so it shouldn't just be an option that you don't have access to. But most of the time, it's not something you're going to want to do, right? Or maybe it's just me, but most of the time, I'm not interested in that. All right, let's make a claim. What's the highest development province we've got here? 6 is looking like the highest dev. All right. I suppose we could have kept building a spy network for siege ability. And look at that. Poiuymew will not even join at the moment because they are cruel and they have a plus 20 attitude towards enemies. Well, must be my lucky day. And with that, the Muin War is over and the war against the Raj has begun. Now, I probably should have waited, to be honest with you, because now I cannot release Verkugulan as a vassal. But... Well, actually, that's it. I should have waited. But I didn't, so we're already in it. We can't stop now. Can't stop now. Now, Zaka, I think we're going to be able to take his stuff here. I'm going to take the military points. Even though we need Diplo points, having the military points is more important to me. What was I saying? Zaka still has Shirasham as a tributary, so once Zaka's not bankrupt anymore, then maybe I can convince him to defend here. I'm not sure. Alright, so Raj, you have like no troops. Administrating Empire, plus 25% price of paper. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Now I want to keep all my troops somewhat close together. That's unfortunate for those 3,000 Davarol troops. They're going to have a very bad time. AKA, they're dead. I don't want to lose admin points. Not at this moment in time. Thank you very much. I can core that. I can core that. Just not these two provinces. We're going to get all this occupied, and we're going to see... We're going to see if he's going to show up or not. He may just try and hide in the fog of war here. I should have kept building a spy network so I can steal maps, to be honest with you. You are going to get here. Harpies are allowed to move around in our country. That's fine. Apparently there is a fort right here that is getting the war target unsieged. There's the Independence War from Kagrafa. I mean, it was an obvious thing that was going to happen. It's only a matter of time. Move you back to Ebshuptu. We'll see if the Raj wants to say hello or not. He may just hide for the whole war. It is absolutely possible that that happens. That never even shows his head. Though I kind of doubt it. He's got 19,000 troops now. He is a great conqueror, by the way. I'm not really scared of the great conqueror part of it, but that is still a factor. He will recover manpower faster. I have increased force limit, but I have plenty of money if I need to, like, merc up or something. Alright, let's try and race on over to these guys. Assault crisis, okay. Now, this is desert. Oh, we're going to catch someone here. Really? None of them? They're fast. They're so fast. They're fast as heck. I need to deal with these rebels. I don't want to fight them. I don't want to give them a defensive mountain fight, but I do want to fight them. They're going to go fight my rebels? Thanks, I guess. Appreciate it? Question mark? Not sure why you did that. What's our current tolerance of dwarves? Yeah, I was going to say, I think I can just hover over and we can see. Dwarves are currently coexisting. We have the money. I'm not going to use the little prestige, so I'll take the large tolerance increase of dwarves. It's fine. See, I don't want to attack them here, but I do want to attack them like here or here. Let's pretend like we're going to walk away. We'll see what they do. Ebshuptu needs to have a fort on it. And I suppose if they're not going to contest us, we're going to move in. Move into there. We have a war wizard, so. The Saron floods. The rivers of Bulwar are the second greatest blessings Suriel gave his people only after the blazing sun in the sky above. The great Saron and mighty Buranun transform an arid land to a fertile cradle. driving desert along with starvation back, much as Sariel beats back the darkness. This truth has given recent events a chilling undertone. The Saron has swollen to a volume not seen in centuries, overflowing its banks and flooding the surrounding lands. Crops have rotted under feet of water, irrigation channels have been washed away, even some citizens of Eduz-Vacyn have drowned in the face of a flash flood. We will recover as best we can and break out the emergency grain supplies to stave off famine, but many will never look at the Saron the same way again, knowing that this great life-giver can deal death and devastation as well. Such is the nature of the life-giving Saron. That's going to hurt our income quite a bit, I will not lie. But it'll be fine. Everything is under control. Hopefully they fight these rebels too. Would be very nice. Okay, we're off. Wall breach first try? Huge. Let's not take attrition here. It's not like we have the most manpower in the world. And what I'm looking for right now is just their stuff in Bulwar. I don't know if my mission tree will eventually take me out of Bulwar. But for right now, I don't particularly care about their stuff in Rahen. Sure, you could make an argument that I can get trade companies, but a trade company in the Den-Basana trade node is literally useless if you do not control the Gulf of Rahen. How long do I have for us? 121? We can wait. When I say it's completely useless, I should clarify. It's useless for us right now because we cannot get the trade from Den-Basana into Davarol, into the Golden Highway, into the Saron node. So for us, it is literally useless. Literally useless. Okay, you're going to go and start sieging down their capital. You two, well, I'm going to go say hello to a couple of things. Number one, capture Verkogulan again. Well, it's a good thing that we're going to make them into a vassal, because that fort is that hold is currently absolutely useless. I should have just gone and fought them in the desert. Right. Factions influence us. Let's go for the admin points here. I missed the Inno because I'm a very smart gamer, very big brained. I pay attention real good. I always pay attention to when I'm going to lose innovativeness. Always, always, always. There's never been a time I haven't done so. Traveling Minstrel, 50 admin points. I'll take it. Thank you. I want to catch one of these stacks. I think we can get this 13 stack. When are they going to get there? The 7th? And when's this going to be done? Not by the 7th. Accusations. Our trust with Prasan has dropped. Okay, we're going to lose these 1,000 troops here. Okay, I'm taking the mountain fight. I don't care. That's crazy how much faster than us they are. But like literally all we need to do is just catch them. Very unfortunate. They were always just faster than us. Hopefully these guys can hold their own. We got another wall breach, by the way. Very nice. But I would like to have some chilling outs a bit. More rebels have risen up. We also have Saron rebels over here that we need to deal with. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Now... Well, actually, hold on. I got a plan. A dastardly plan, but a plan nonetheless. You're already back up to 16,000 troops? Great Conqueror moment. A dastardly, great, fantastic plan that's probably going to backfire, but it might not. You never know. It could work. We are going to try and make sure that Verkogulan... Yeah, it's unfortunate. They just took too long to get it. It's just annoying, because this tag does not deserve to even be close to competing with us at the moment. Like, not even like within a finger toss. Though their ally does in fact have a war wizard, which is going to complicate things quite a bit. Am I really going to have to merc up here for this? It's going to feel very bad. Like super mega very bad to merc up against these guys. Because they definitely do not deserve for me to hire mercs against them. Like, they're not strong. They're kind of pathetic. Sure, they got a great conqueror, because I believe they start off as a lucky tag, and that helps. Yeah, I don't know about that one, dog. Alright, what do I have here? I have a morale of armies guy. That's fine. I can live with the morale of armies guys. Let's not move in yet. Let's wait for the tech 7. we are going to full consolidate here because we don't have manpower. Then, on your tick, we're going to move in. We're going to take Miltech. It's going to give us 0.25 military tactics. We also get access to cannons now, though we don't particularly care about that at the moment. Just keep converting everything. So techs have an advantage. Their war wizard friend is hanging out around here somewhere, but it does not matter. They're not here in time. We absolutely thrash them and send them packing. I need to take their capital, though. If we can take their capital, we can end this war. 100%. Let's just hope we can do that. Meanwhile, rebels are going crazy. They're even sieging down our capital, which feels kind of bad. But we're getting there. We're just going to keep everyone here so they don't attack us. Just look as strong and as scary as possible. Again, if things get really bad, I mean, we can always merc up. It's not a huge deal. We're not at our force limit right now. We're like 10 below it. You need to leave, because they're going to come kill you. There's the war wizard. Just take their capital, and it's all over. Disease outbreak is not good. Just keep full consolidating. Luckily, this fort has been built in Ebshuptu, so that will slow them down at the very least. Unsiege that. Our army reformer has died. A bunch of noble elves have risen up. Yes, I know. I mean, it was definitely an overextension to try and fight this war, but they weren't going to be any weaker than this. So kicking him out of Bulwar now sounds like a good plan. If they get this, by the way, I'm not going to be happy. If they get this on a 14%, I'm going to be very, very upsetty spaghetti. 64%. Come on. Don't do this. Don't do this. Just give me the 71% so I can just finish the war. Come on. Thank you. Okay, give me this. I could break their alliance with Kirsipid, but like, they might not have a war wizard forever, so I'm just gonna take this. There we go. Get out of Bulwar. You're not welcome here at all. Stay out of our region, please, and thank you. All right, you're going to hit these guys and then go here. You're going to get all this unsieged. All right, and Tainted Sun, we own all Desert Elf provinces. To ensure the safety of the Sarani, the heretics of the Desert Legion must be brought to heel, and our Oh, I always mess this up. The Mashinse? I don't know. It's my best guess. Brothers liberated from their influence. There is no place in the garden for false prophets, and our land must not be tainted with Jadar's warped teachings. Even if the rumors that he is the grandson of Soriel Reborn are true, we are accountable for the unity of the cult, and we can't allow for a new heresy to fragment the same unity that our predecessors in Blessed Telarios worked so hard to achieve. Religion in the area becomes New Sun Cult, and the culture becomes the Mashnase, which is pretty sweet. Some of the tribes, we need 5 manpower development in a bunch of these cultured provinces, and this needs a workshop, a dock, a marketplace, and a temple, and will give us a bunch of local trade power until the end of the game, which is very nice. I also need to get religious culture, which is something that I forgot to do both at the end of the last episode and at the beginning of this one. Yes, huge. So let's go ahead and give that out. It'll give us a bit more missionary strength as well, and it will complete Eduz-Vacyn. Eduz-Vacyn, there is no temple across all of Soriel's garden that matches its divine splendor. It is a veritable city in and of itself, not only holding temples and various religious buildings, but also granaries, warehouses, and various armories and barracks that serve the faithful of Soriel. However, even the greatest bastion of Soriel's light could not withstand the onslaught of the Nolish hordes. Vacyn can't be restored until the temple regains its former glory. The gardens must be tilled, the buildings rebuilt, and the altars purified after the defilement by Zaka. Start the construction of a cathedral in our capital for 0% of the cost, 100% of the time, and till the end of the game we get +1 monthly splendor, and it unlocks the Eduz-Vacyn Temple Dictate. Development cost -10 for 10 years. Now, is that -10 or is that -10%? I guess we'll have to wait and see. The Council of Madurubar. The death of Teleris was a tragedy for the cult. As High Kashra, he maintained the unity of the cult by acting as the ultimate authority in terms of doctrine and settling the theological disputes in the New Sun cult. It is firmly, in spite of Telerios' efforts and those of the Council of Brisson, that cult dogma still remains so heavily fragmented and divided into sects and schools of thought. Now that his light has returned to Suriel, a council has been summoned in the Confluent City, and it's our duty as the oldest temple to participate in it. This gathering of priests from all over Bulwar will decide the future of the cult in the years to come. The event Dreams of Unity happens. And also, we were able to complete this because we've granted out religious diplomats. That's why. Dreams of Unity. The death of Holy Telerios felt like an earthquake, threatening the foundations that sustained the unity of the cult. Although he was only first among peers, there is no doubt that his faith, charisma, and genuine concern for the future of the cult was what attracted many temples to his cause. Now that his light has returned to Suriel, it is our duty to continue his work. Luckily, we are not the only ones with this desire. When the Council of Madurabar ended, the delegation we sent returned to Vacyn with encouraging news. Although not all the temples decided to support the position spearheaded by Telerius' successor as Kashra of Eduz-Vacyn, during the months after the council we have strengthened ties with them, exchanging gifts and theological treaties on our positions. While many countries in the region stand at odds, we and the other temples have been working without rest to repair relations between the various Elven and Bulwari kingdoms. Despite the dark events occurring in the Garden of Suriel, the unity of the cult shines like a beacon of hope for the faithful. Until 1504, we get minus 25% stab cost, and we gain 5 temple power. Very nice. I will also go ahead and not release Rokugulan because we are currently converting it. And I think it is worth waiting. Because that means that Rokugulan will be released as New Sun Cult, which means they will be more loyal, which I want. Because while I want my vassals to be loyal, I think it's a pretty obvious thing to want. Who wants disloyal subjects? No one. Unless you're doing something crazy. The Mad Seer, I'll lose Devotion, because we gain 5.22 every month, so we'll get it back. Not a problem. God, this will automatically unsiege because this. Now, Sarkasabid is allied to Buvari. Unfortunately, Buvari seems to be doing pretty well. Not a surprise, considering the Raj is dead, but still sad, nonetheless. I need admin points, so I will take the admin points. Thank you very much. There's nothing else I need to core, right? Nope. There is, in fact, nothing else that I need to core. I'm really, really, really hoping that our capital does not fall here to these rebels. Really, really hoping. Accusations, trust with Gelkalis has dropped. We can unlock another idea group, and I do think that it should be an admin idea group. I mean, we could go for something that's obviously very good, like admin. But what do I think? What combines with divine the best? Like, we could go religious ideas, but do we need religious ideas? Like, really? Most of the lands aren't a New Sun Cult. We're chilling at a casual 7.5% missionary strength with 4 missionaries. I don't need more missionaries. I don't think we need religious ideas. Unless it wants us to, like, leave Bulwar, maybe? But I don't think it does. This is looking like a very much we stay in Bulwar, maybe go take out Eliasness somewhere else kind of mission tree. So there's a lot of development that we need to do as well. Yeah, that's a lot of development. I think maybe go infrastructure. It gives us an extra missionary. I don't need it. I don't need it. But infrastructure does give us that dev cost, which is pretty nice. I don't know. I like infrastructure. It's fine. Like, sure, we could go religious. It would probably fit more, but it'd be pretty much useless for us. We don't take expansion here. We don't take tolerance here. I mean, you can always take Inno. Inno's fine, but I don't really want it. What's the policy, though? Land attrition and goods produced. Not bad. Not bad at all. I think we'll go infrastructure. Why not? I like movement speed. I'll take anything that gives me movement speed for the most part. My army's being fast? Good. I love being fast. Army's zipping around, seeing what's happening, getting to where they need to go, faster than everybody else. Yes, please. Okay, Zaka will not defend them even when they're not bankrupt. So we're probably just going to have to take them out on our own. Now, there is a mission where we need to send infantry down here, but we need to deal with the rebels first. Then we can look into completing missions. I do need to choose a new rival. I mean, I think Irlium is the obvious choice. But of course, Irlium is allied with Kedarata. That's an alliance that happens way too often, in my opinion. Way too often. These two should not like each other. I understand it's because they both hate Elisna, but like, it feels so bad that Irlium and Kedarata ally. They should just absolutely loathe each other, but it is what it is. Let's fight them anyway. Fight both of them anyway, so we might as well just rival Irlium. All right, let's get this unsieged real quick. Thank you. Very good, very good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Varmhar is going to break their alliance with us because they suck and they're ugly. I don't care. They've lost their powerful mage. They mean nothing to me. It's as simple as that. Though, I mean, we're going to lose our powerful mage soon, too, which will suck. But not much I can do with that. Brisson wants a support of independence. Yeah, I would, bud. I really would. But I don't want... Yeah, I don't want to join your independence war. Gonna be real. I don't want to do that. So, no. Go ahead and seize land again. And what is that mission that needs us to move some troops down to the south? Because I know that it is one. No, it's farther back up, not down there. Redeem the Knolls. We have to grant the privilege Dictate of Understanding. What is that? This? We lose 5% loyalty and they gain 5 influence. Dictated by Hanastra, the Castra of Brisson during the early Castorian age, the Dictate of Understanding claims that the duties of worshipping Suriel and keeping his light safe only concern the people of Bulwar, and that non-Bulwari should be free to worship their dead gods, as long as they don't worship evil entities like Jazob. Okay. Local missionary strength minus 100% for every own province not of a Bulwari faith, outside of Bulwar, and not a Bulwari culture. We also gain minus 100% local religious unity contribution to those provinces as well. If we convert a province of an evil religion while having this privilege active, it will switch to a non-evil religion of the same religious group. Is there a non... Frick. I done goofed. I done goofed real big. Alright, well. Verkulan. You can keep worshiping your ancestors, but you're giving me this back. I'm taking it for myself. It's in Bulwar. You don't get to keep it. Sorry. Right, and it wasn't the Knolls that were a problem there. So means I restarted those conversions for exactly nothing, actually, which kind of sucks. Right, redeem the Knolls. All provinces here have at least 1 infantry. Yeah, I mean, I can make that happen. And send 6,000 guys down, we can see what we can do. Let's just hope that they'll end up in a bad spot, or they get hit by rebels or something. Alright, spread out. Thank you. I don't actually remember all the spots, so I'm just going to throw them out there. And I'm going to hope that I'm correct. I at least got all of them. Elven Minister, I love cheaper advisors. Thank you very much. Oh, he's Jad, though. Hire the good new Sun Cult guy. Real man of the people. Have I already gotten radical reforms in this game? I don't remember. We'll try it again. Administrative, 10% core creation cost for 10 years. I don't like that idea. But I do want government reform progress, so I'm going to take it. We'll take the next divine idea. Minus 33% cost of reducing war exhaustion and minus 10% leader cost. We'll be our first national idea as well. The first among the cult. A long time ago, darkness reigned in Bulwar as the old gods died. Only the light of Suriel remained to save its people from damnation and corruption, but the old priests still adored the dead gods and refused to acknowledge that the only salvation could come from the sun. But in 1150 BA, a hermit emerged from the Salahad desert and gathered followers. He spoke of his visions of the war between the gods, the darkness, and the sacrifice Suriel made for his people, and his never-ending fight. The old city of Vacyn welcomed Hamura, the wise, who became the first Kashra of Suriel, and built the first temple, Eduz, to his glory, giving a new name to his city. Bulwar may have become the center of the cult thanks to its huge population, but every true believer knows that the cult was born in Eduz-Vacyn. So Surakel was what the humans called Suriel before the elves showed up, and the elves call it Suriel. And so that has just kind of become the new name. But Surakel is technically the same being, it's just an older name. And I don't think it's one that elves would probably use. They would probably prefer to use the elven name given. But, well, you can't control everything, right? Humans are a little bit pesky and sometimes a little stubborn, not willing to let things go. Alright, redeem the Gnolls. Our relation with the Gnolls, the children of Amashtu, the goddess of nature, has been complex, oscillating between enmity and friendship. While many want to expel the Gnolls back to the sands of the Salahad, others believe the Gnolls can be redeemed and convinced to abandon their demonic ways. 800 years ago, Kashra Adrahasis enacted a dictate that allowed the Gnolls to convert to the Sun cult, and while some member of the clergy sees this as heresy, converting the Gnolls is arguably the easiest and more effective solution to achieve peace in Suriel's garden. These areas for 15 years get +2 local missionary strength. We lose some infantry, and we gain some unrest there as well. And now in this province, they want a temple and a marketplace, and it will create a center of trade. So let's get to work on those. Also, yes, I have not built a marketplace here either. So I'm going to want to do that. And we don't have a marketplace here. I want to do that. And I also don't think we have a marketplace here. And I want to do that. There's a lot of that's in there. Sorry about that. We need to do a couple points of development here. Actually, that's a lie. I need to do 1 point of development and do the local goods produced there. And then I can upgrade the center of trade. And you know what I gotta say. That also needs a marketplace. That's the... Oh, I did again. I'm not gonna say it again? Question mark? It's the best you're gonna get from me. Right, instigated revolts. People in the province of Kuturik are getting rowdy. They've started breaking laws and crown property. We are not certain from whence the ringleaders come, but some of our contacts say they spoke with a heavy accent from Elisna. Perhaps we should send some soldiers just in case. Ugh. See, we don't really like all of these rebels because we don't have a lot of manpower at the moment. In fact, I would say we're like fresh out of manpower. The centaurs also he-hooed the harpies here, which I'm sure many people are not going to be happy about. Also, the reason I'm not going to war with these guys is I'd rather get through infrastructure ideas. Well, would I actually? Maybe I wouldn't. I should probably go to war with Red Stallion, to be honest with you. We can get a merchant out of this relatively easy with trade companies. So maybe I should just merc up since we have the money and use mercs. Okay, our merc size is very long. Something like the local adventurers would be good. Yeah, we only have 14,000 troops because that mission took stuff away from us. We should also build a fort down here in the south. Build a couple more forts up in here. A lot of things we can do to secure ourselves, but we are looking rather good right now. Like, it's 1481. We are currently the number 4 great power with 484 development, 90 development in our subjects. Not sure how the math works out there. It's 4. I was looking at Laurent. That's why. I'm not the gross Laurentish. I'm so sorry that I did that to us. We have 442 development. Laurent only has 484. Laurent just cheats, okay? They just get all these vassals, and they're like, oh yeah, look at us. We're so strong. No, you have vassals, punk. You don't deserve to have that score. We deserve it. Yes, of course. But that is going to be all the time that I have for today. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.